Hey Zoomers, welcome back to World Zoom. So happy you could join me again today. I'll try and keep this phone steady for today's topic, so on lunch break. So today's title is going to be the Philippines Guilty Until Proven Innocent. I don't think many of you will argue with me about this, especially if you spent any time in the Philippines or had any cause to be involved with the judicial system in the Philippines. I really got a chuckle after they arrested Vitali and said that everything would be fair and above board and would follow the normal pattern of arrest and prosecution, in that he would have a just judicial process. So, I mean, come on, this just simply doesn't happen. So let's say you get a case, especially if it's a case that a Filipino has filed against you, what happens? So, you most likely will get arrested. You'll go to the immigration hold with the Bureau of Immigration. If you happen to be in Duma or in Negros Oriental or Occidental or on Cebu, you could go to the Cebu immigration hold. If not, and most likely, far and away more likely, you'll go in Manila with the giant judicial immigration hold there with many hundreds of inmates. So each Tuesday then the immigration meets, the heads of the immigration, the director and the assistant directors, meet with a big stack of paper. They then go through each one, all sorts of different cases. It's not just a bail request or it's everyone that's in that hold and all the requests that they're having, whether that be deportation issues, bail issues, judicial and different courts and different processes that they're looking at. So a big stack of papers there every Tuesday. You'll get yourself a lawyer. I hope you would, after you get arrested by the immigration. They'll tell you about how to file for bail. A bail request has to come with a 50,000 pesos immigration fee to file for the bail, so you can be out while you're fighting the case against a Filipino or a foreigner, whoever it might be. The problem with that is I very, very seldom have ever seen that bail request with the 50,000 pesos be approved. It just normally does not happen. Your lawyer hopefully would know this, and then you have to decide, are you going to just eat that and sit in the immigration, or are you going to decide to pay additional monies that your lawyer can lead you on to be able to actually get out on bail? We've had back-to-back bureaus of immigration chief that are not likely to allow foreigners to be out on bail, even for minor type of things. I mean, it's not like it's going to be murder or rape or child issues from there. These are more minor type of things, but the chances of you getting bail aren't especially likely under the current environment. So you're basically looking at 3 weeks to a month with no bail, even if you're willing to grease the wheels a little bit. So if it was a girlfriend, if it was a wife, if it was a neighbor, a business owner, your partner, especially if it's Filipino, you're in for a tough process. Now, I will admit, or it's been my experience, that once the slow wheels of justice turns in the Philippines and you are in front of the court, it seems to be a pretty fair process. I mean, if it's a frivolous type of complaint that the girlfriend or wife or her family has made against you, or foreigner versus foreigner, like we've seen with Bama there in Cebu, and now he's been moved over to Manila. You know, once it gets in front of the court, those folks are pretty apt to have an interest in what has exactly gone on, you know, with you in your case. The problem is, by the time it gets to that point, I mean, you could be in real physical and mental health issues and troubles being in prison for month after month after month, which is what it's going to take if you're going to go through the actual judicial process. Your best case scenario is to have some dialogue with the person that's filed the case, some sort of settlement, which, believe me, will be more appealing the longer you sit in jail, right? So if you're there, you know, maybe you just get picked up and you're extremely angry and you've been brought to the immigration hold and you're like, I'm not giving them a peso, forget it, you know, I'll fight it all the way. Well, a month in, your bail's been declined, you're looking at 400,000 or 500,000 pesos if you want to actually get bail through the immigration office. Now, all of a sudden, the settlement and consideration to meet with the person that filed against you perhaps become more appealing. Don't underestimate the Filipinos in this aspect. They know exactly what they're doing. They know how the process works. So it's an unfortunate situation because you are guilty as soon as they file that complaint. As soon as they do that case, you know, for the most part, you're guilty. You're going to have to prove your innocence, which is just exactly the opposite from what it should be, but it's just not. And certainly the Philippines isn't the only country that's the case. I just urge you to decide if that's the route you want to go. I urge caution in your relationships, your relationship with your girlfriend, wife / family, business partners, because if they want you out of the picture, it just takes a case to get you out and deported. If your girlfriend or wife wants you out of picture, let's say the house is in her name, there's a large size pot of money that might be there on a business, or just the home and the furnishings and the motorbike and the car. She wants a new toy, which is not you. You can easily be gone in a hurry and off you'll have to go to a different country. So anyway, from World Zoom, I always appreciate you guys. Hit the subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow with another fun video, although this one wasn't that fun. See you later. Bye.